The stop tabs, which we put on enough to select the sounds, the inside of them look like this. There's two electric coils which, to press a preset, which pull the stops on and off. One coil pulls the stop on, the other coil pulls the stop off. So contact at the back, and that contact switches the relay. Feel free to pass around. The relays between the organ and the pipes. We have traditionally something that looks like this. That console has about 400 stops on it. This little box here controls 10. And what we have is there's a bus bar for each note of the pipes and a little finger contact for each note on the keyboard. On activating the stop, this bakelite rod inside gets pulled up, the contacts make, and when the contact is made on the key, the small finger contact is made live, puts 12 volts onto the bus bar, and the pipe will sound.
When you say a relay, it's sort of low voltage on
The organ works on 12 volts.
12 volts.
12 volts DC.
Okay.
So everything
runs off the main.
Well, historically, it used to run on a large dynamo. If any of you have bicycles, the dynamo on the back wheel sort of gives your lights power. You'll realise that the faster you go, the higher the voltage. In the case of the pipe organ, the original dynamos were driven by the blowers running at constant speed, so you were guaranteed to get approximately 12 volts out. Nowadays, it's done with a transformer rectifier system, and this organ uses about 200 amps worth of 12 volt DC. That's to play it. The console uses almost 600 amps if I was to press a piston to push all the stop tabs on and off at the same time. It's a lot. Each coil in that little stop tab consumes half an amp. In the case of once we get to the pipes, every single thing in the organ is controlled by something like this. This is what we call a chest magnet. And you can see clearly two wires going in. There's a horseshoe-shaped pole, the coil around each pole, and you apply DC to that and you get a magnet. What does the magnet do? Inside the cap, we have that tiny little piece of metal with a very thin piece of leather on one side, and that is what makes every single thing in this organ work. Whether it is a hammer on a xylophone or a drum, or the valve under a pipe. The leather on the one side is simply to give a good seal against the inside of this cap, which opens to the outside air. The way it works, inside the magnet we have a hole at the magnet coil itself and a larger hole at the other end. Butterfingers. The air outlet that the little armature covers sits over the poles of the magnet. The wind inside this chest, which has magnets on the front, is obviously pressurized. So this little disc is forced against the inside of that hole, making the circuit of air through the magnet airtight. So the action inside the chest is kept in the off state. The armature, you apply voltage to the coil, the armature moves, it allows the air to exhaust through this hole and out through that one. And at that point, things get interesting. Because inside here, there we have the baseboard. That's the hole coming from the magnet, which then lines up with the holes in the chest here. And inside the chest, we have a very small, what we call a pneumatic motor. The reason it's pneumatic is because, of course, it's operated by wind inside the chest. As you activate the magnet, that motor deflates as it's pushed down. The air inside the chest is pressurized, so it tries to expand, so it pushes that down, moves that valve. This valve again has an opening to the outside air and an opening inside the chest for pressured air. The valve opens, allowing pressured air into a channel that passes through the chest, up the back, along and into the hole under here for the pipe. I won't pass that round because it's a wee bit heavy and a bit dusty. But it's been dusted.